Hey friends, we're going to get back into Legend of Korra. Things are heating up and we're going to get right into our next episode, episode 5, where hopefully Korra will get back in the game and put Kuvira in her place. But we still have a long ways to go. We're not even freaking halfway through this season, but Korra's back in the game now, and I think Kuvira's power is only going to continue to grow. So hopefully Korra can get back out there and show her who's boss. You know, I think a lot of Kuvira's power has gone unchecked because Korra hasn't been there, and I don't think Kuvira really acknowledges or recognizes the power of the rest of the world leaders and whatnot. But one thing I'm excited to see, we saw only a little brief snippet during Kuvira's ascension, the failed coronation basically, but we saw Zuko, of course, with his daughter, the Fire Lord, and I'm hoping that we get to see a little bit more of her, that she gets her skin in the game here, as I think the rest of the world leaders are going to have to kind of unite and rally together to prevent Kuvira's empire from kind of bleeding into their nations. I think we will see. Either way, Korra's getting back out there. She's still going to have a little bit of trauma associated with getting back out there, getting back in the game, combat, of course, and now they're going to have to navigate how the frick they're going to take down an entire army. So without further ado, let's get in episode 5, Enemy at the Gates. Oh, great. Yeah, here's the other thing. The Earth Empire, they're not even letting people, they're saying, you know, when they captured Iki and whatnot, they were saying that she's trespassing, you know, are they going to seal themselves off from the rest of the world or try to take over the rest? I feel like anything could happen. I'm making too many predictions, and I feel like there's still some surprises up Kuvira's sleeve. She's not done yet, so let's get into it.
Kuvira has united the former Earth Kingdom states under her new Earth Empire banner. Korra rid herself of the residual poison in her body and is ready to return to action.
We're gonna need to. They're about to freaking infiltrate Zaofu, y'all! And unfortunately, I think a lot of Zaofu's forces rallied with Kuvira. They got their helmets on.
We have an emergency!
Oh god.
I'll contact President Ryko. He'll send the United Forces.
Call whomever you want, but they'll never make it in time. Kuvira's already here, and she brought her entire army.
Jesus!
By this time tomorrow, my mother will have signed our treaty, and the Earth Empire will finally be united.
Securing your hometown won't be like every other city.
I'm ready to take it by force.
No. The eyes of the world are on us now. That's why we need Bolin. Sue trusts him. She'll listen to him.
No. They're gonna use him.
Sure we should be going to Zaofu? If Kuvira's heading to Zaofu, so am I.
Oh, they're going right there?
She needs to know that the Avatar is back. The world needs to know.
Yes!
Kuvira saved my dad. She was a captain in Sue's guard. I think she can be reasoned with.
I did forget that Kuvira, she already has that leverage over Korra. She did save her father.
Julie, is this thing on? I have postulated that these spirit vines are a form of pure energy. This machine should transfer the energy from the vine into a battery using electrical currents and a little-known phenomenon I call the Varrick effect.
Huh?
It's working. Oh, what is this? Ah! Julie, shut it down!
Oh. Like I said, weapon, y'all.
You're too heavy!
I think you're just weak, sir. Pull harder. Varrick, you saved me.
Of course I saved you. I can't clean this place up by myself. Grab a broom! Don't worry, I'm putting the kibosh on this project.
No, you're not.
What if it fell into the wrong hands?
Since when does that matter to you?
It's not like me, right?
This is very out of character for him, yeah.
It's like I'm concerned with others. And there's this, I just really gotta stand my ground on this one. Whoa! I'll work on the project. Please don't drop me.
Evil weapon. This will give them untapped power. Are they trying to simulate something similar like the comet and how that enhances like the Fire Nations and Firebenders' powers? They're trying to do something with Spirit Earth. Whoa!
Stop writing me. I never want to see or hear from you again.
I can't forgive myself for all the horrible things I've done, but in a life of regret, you're the one thing I look back on that makes me smile. You are the greatest thing I ever created.
Shoot. Are we gonna get a redemption arc for her father here? Because they're using all his technology, Kuvira's army.
Am I in trouble?
We want you to be a part of our inner circle.
Inner circle? No way! Yes!
Sue has some resentment towards me and Batar that might cloud her judgment. We believe you can help her see clearly.
I can do that.
Good, because we're here.
They're weaponizing his
Are all these
kindness.
troops gonna send the wrong message?
The army is here to project strength. You're here to present peace.
They're freaking using you, Boleyn, please! Oof.
Opal,
Family
you're here
reunion.
too!
No, I'm not giving up Zaofu. I don't care if you brought your entire army.
Son, you belong here. Why? So that I can go on living in your shadow.
Can't you see she's brainwashed you?
I didn't brainwash him.
Okay, guys, obviously. So what do you say we just all forget about that stuff, huh? I mean, that's the past, and the future is bright. Let me tell you, I've seen it, yeah!
I've seen what happens after you leave. Citizens are forced to work as slave labor. Dissenters are sent off to who knows where.
I can't believe you brought Bolin here to try and sway us.
She
Leave.
sees through it.
Zaofu will never accept you as their leader.
You have 24 hours to agree to join the Empire, or we take the city by force.
Yeah, Boleyn, get with the program.
Korra, you disappeared. Everyone was so worried.
Right now, I want to help you stop Kuvira. What can I do?
You were just bluffing, right? I mean, you're not really gonna attack Zaofu. Are you? What does happen to all those towns and villages after we leave?
Now that you're in the inner circle, you're going to have to accept some hard truths.
Maybe I'm not really an inner circle kind of guy.
Yes!
Or
Yeah.
maybe we don't take over Zaofu.
Zaofu will join us. Maybe you need to spend some time in a re-education camp.
Oh!
Thought that's where we send people to learn new trade skills.
Hard truths, Bolin.
You
Seems to be
crazy?
wavering.
Completely 100% loyal.
Oh my god! Alright, I underestimated.
How did things get
She's
so
not a
bad
regular
between
person,
Kuvira?
she's evil.
She was like a daughter to me. Kuvira was smart, a natural leader, and quickly rose through the ranks. After the fall of the Earth Queen, Raiko and Tenzin came to see me.
You're the perfect person to take charge. The world leaders trust you.
I'm not interested in imposing my ideals on an entire nation.
Shuyin, I know this isn't my place, but I think you should do this. The Earth Queen nearly destroyed our nation. This is our opportunity to change things.
I didn't realize at the time, but that moment created a rift between us.
Created a monster!
What do you think you're doing?
We're doing what you don't have the guts to do. Your security force was more than happy to join my cause. When I choose to return, it'll be on my own terms.
With an
Kuvira and
army.
Batar left that day with Varrick. Raiko and the other world leaders made her the provisional head of the Earth Kingdom. I knew it was only a matter of time until she made her way back here. Go into the Avatar state and demolish her army. Remove Kuvira from power once and for all.
Fighting is
big
something
ass.
the old me would do. Maybe I can reason with her.
Kuvira doesn't listen to reason.
It's just very interesting. She's always asking these big demands of Korra that are self-serving for her in a weird way. Hey, can you go into the Avatar state and smash her army for me real quick?
Varrick! Varrick!
Okay, Bolin,
The head
yes.
voices are back.
Free
Bolin,
him!
Thank goodness you're here. Kuvira's crazy!
How'd you find out?
When I refused to build her a super weapon, she threatened my life.
We gotta get out of here.
I couldn't agree more, kid.
Thank God! Okay, that did not take long for Bolin to snap in. I should have never doubted you, Bolin. I love you, I'm sorry.
We have an unexpected guest. The Avatar is here to see you.
I'm here to ask you to back down. Please, take your army and leave.
That's not going to happen.
What you're doing isn't right.
The world was descending into chaos while you were gone. In order to fix it, I had to make some tough decisions.
I know what that's like.
Exactly. Korra, if you really want to help,
She's a master
go back to
manipulator.
Sue and try to talk some sense into her. I won't make any moves until you talk to her and get back to me.
We have some fugitives to catch.
Run, y'all. Move faster.
So we go up?
We gotta head to Republic City. We'll be helping by warning the world about Kuvira's potential super weapon.
Let me think about this.
Too late, y'all. Go! Okay, Julie. Snap in! I can't tell who's who. Clutch? Julie!
Stop! Thanks a lot, Julie.
Don't torture us.
We will be going to the re-education camp for our most severe dissenters.
Please, have mercy on me. Don't send me away. Take me back. Because my only mistake was being loyal to the wrong person. I was blindly devoted to Varrick, ridiculed me, or ordered me around, or made me clean his disgusting feet. I want to devote my life to you. I pledge my allegiance to you.
I'll give you another chance.
She's gonna pull a Galen Urso and sabotage the weapon.
History.
Do the thing.
No,
Or maybe she actually
Not
has
the
all this
thing!
pent up hatred for
Julie!
him. I mean, he does deserve that. He treated her like absolute garbage, y'all.
I have to talk to her.
They're going to sneak into Kuvira's camp and put an end to this.
No.
This is getting so messy. No! Oh, frick. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, we're just... we're gonna immediately just go watch the next... I can't frickin'... We are immediately just gonna go and watch the next one because how the frickin' they just ended there. Okay. This is getting so messy, and throwback to everything I said about Kuvira's just a normal, basic person. Frick that. Frick the frick out of that. That was the biggest lie I've ever said. She is the furthest thing from normal. She's deranged. It's very interesting, learning about her backstory and that she didn't start out this way. She kind of took the reins when Sue failed, not failed to necessarily, but took the reins when Sue rejected them. And the more fueled she is by her power, which just continues to grow, I think the more just maniacal and deranged and monstrous she becomes. She's such a master manipulator that I think she's deluded herself. Like, she's manipulating her own mind into believing that everything she's doing is in the name of a good cause, when we get the massive reveal that in actuality she's sending anyone who doesn't bend the knee to essentially like these labor camps, I imagine, and whatnot. Like, delving into some actually really deep, darker, more mature, scary themes there, There I was saying, what could be so bad about Kuvira? She's evil. She's god-awful. Holy frick. And she's just getting more and more deranged by the second. The second anyone freaking betrays her or doesn't bend the knee, she sends them off to do God knows what. Yeah, be tortured. Boleyn's first words, please don't torture us. I imagine that's what she's doing to people. God, how? Oh, Jesus. So I never should have underestimated her. She is... Korra, please. She even freaking manipulated Korra, y'all. She was like, why don't you go back and do that and try to, convince Sue? And of course, this isn't going to go well now because there Kuvira was. She was like, all right, we'll have a little momentary truce if you can go back and tell Sue to just come to reason and join us and no harm will come to Zaofu and whatnot. And Korra was like, yeah, good idea. Korra, get back in the game. You got to get back on your warfare game because that's how Kuvira's working. Oh, God. And this is just rather unfortunate timing because here Korra is saying, I want to try to reason with words here. She does owe Kuvira in a sense, and I'm sure Kuvira is just going to weaponize that against her in the future. Like, but how could you turn against me? I saved your father. I'm sure she's going to use that to emotionally just further manipulate Korra, and Korra is a very merciful, she's a very empathetic soul, and perhaps that has been, to a fault in the past, and so hopefully maybe she can, bounce back for that, not fall for Kuvira's tricks. I hope not. We need the other world leaders in the game. We gotta get Korra with Tenzin here because Tenzin knows the totality of the situation, and I think he fully recognizes the threat that Kuvira is. Korra, I think, is still inclined to believe her because, yeah, Kuvira played her like a fiddle and played right into her own, vulnerabilities as well, of when you take the reins and you have power and your boots on the ground working to help save and clean up the world, people can fault you for some of the decisions you make in the process. And Korra, she's like, yeah, that's the freaking story of her life. So, okay, Kuvira is freaking enemy number 1. This is starting really actually terrifying, and I would very much like to see her reign end. So we're gonna freaking keep going because holy smokes, I can't believe they left it like that. But it's not gonna be great now because Kuvira was there saying, hey, Korra, go try to reason with Sue and we'll step down for a hot second. But now I think any bets are off of Korra trying to, you know, I think Kuvira is impossible to be reasoned with anyway, as Sue was warning Korra, but I think Korra still believed there was a slight possibility. But I think Kuvira now probably just thinks if Sue's attacking, if they're infiltrating their camp, which they are so outnumbered, oh, this is not going to go well. Okay, well, she's literally just getting back in the game after being out of it for freaking like 3 years. It's been a long time. And she's showing up empty-handed, trying to have some peace, trying to reason, trying to use her words. And Kuvira showed up with an army, you know. Unfortunately, I think this will be an interesting, you know, conflict for Korra of, wow, while I was off this whole time, look at what Kuvira has amassed, you know, that everyone else let happen. Like, also, yeah, Korra's not at fault there, though. Frickin' the rest of the world leaders and nations, they were naive in thinking that when giving Kuvira a title, everybody kind of was suspect of her anyway. The red flags were there. The rumors were there that she sends anyone away who doesn't bend the knee to these horrific camps to do Lord knows what. Like, you're telling me nobody else could have sniffed that out and further investigated that and stripped her of her power? They were banking on the fact that she was going to willingly stand down. I think, you know, everybody else is kind of at fault for that. I'm not going to pin any of that blame on Korra, because how the frick was she supposed to know that Kuvira was going off the rails? As Korra said, you know, her first impressions of Kuvira were, she saved my father, like, I owe her. So I'm not gonna fault Korra and her little sabbatical to get her shiz together to purge herself of all the negativity of just her past trauma and everything. I'm not going to pin this on her absence, because how was she supposed to know? And also everybody else freaking let this happen. It's like everyone failed Korra in a sense by letting her go take this break and saying, all right, we're going to take the reins. Like, I think it shows that the world leaders, everybody just freaking relies too much on Korra. The second Korra shows back up, Sue's like, hey, can you go into the Avatar state and delete their entire army for me? Like, everybody just freaking, I'm so freaking mad for Korra that here she is now. Everybody let this mess happen. Why did everyone get stupid the second Korra went away? I'm actually, the more I think about it, fuming. So I think everyone else needs to step the F up and take some accountability here. But Sue's only going to just make this worse now. She's infiltrating. What the frick does she think she's going to do? We're going to frickin' find out as they, I'm sure, try and fail to infiltrate Kuvira's army. Episode, where are we? 6? The Battle of Zaofu. Well, frick. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, God. Korra is one day back in the game and she immediately has to go to war.
Zaofu by force. Sue and her sons were already on their way to put an end to Kuvira. They were captured, then betrayed by Zhu Li. Now they're being held against their will.
I still think Zhu Li, that was all an act. That was all a farce. She's gonna go and try to sabotage the weapon from inside.
Are you sure this will work?
Most of this army has been forced into service by Kuvira. They'll have no reason to fight. Tonight, we end her reign of terror.
Okay, she's got a point that, you know, everyone here has been conscripted, maybe against their will, not willingly serving Kuvira. I don't know. She does use a lot of intimidation and threats, so I can't tell if this is naive or if they actually maybe have a chance. I doubt it. God, that's so badass.
She's alone in there.
No, this is a trap. Why would she be alone?
Don't hurt me.
That's not even her.
Julie?
I knew you'd try a sneak attack. You were afraid to step up and lead the Earth Kingdom when you had the chance. You've always been a coward.
If we go charging into Kuvira's camp, we could get them all captured, or worse.
Attention, citizens of Zaofu. Su Beifong attempted to attack me tonight while I slept.
That's a lie.
Ignoring the terms of our truce.
I mean, not really.
And I will not take revenge on the peaceful citizens of Zaofu as long as your remaining representatives meet me outside the city at dawn.
Korra, you can't let Kuvira get away with this! You swore an oath of non-aggression when you became an airbender. I don't care about the oath. I have to save my family.
No, Janora is right. Your mom attacked the camp. Kuvira was just
No,
defending herself.
Korra!
She was going to attack our city. I can't believe you're refusing to fight.
I promise I'll do everything I can to keep the peace. Make sure they get back to Tenzin safely if anything goes wrong.
Julie!
Up and at him, Varrick. Kuvira wants the Spirit Vine weapon operational as soon as possible. Your work now. I want you to show me how the device works.
I can't be expected to work without an assistant. Without Julie, I'm helpless. Well, I guess he'll be fine. As long as he doesn't need his hands afterwards. The last time we worked with the Spirit Vines, it created an uncontrollable blast. I wouldn't want to assist me if I were you.
Fine. Bolin can assist.
I need my hands. Hold on. Can we get breakfast first?
Oh!
Release them now!
If Sue agrees to bow to me and turn over Zaofu, I'll never bow to you.
There must be some way for us to resolve this.
Where's Bolin? I know he would never go along with this.
I assure you he's on board with my plans. Now turn over Zaofu.
I can't just let you take the city.
Zaofu cannot continue to rule itself. This is about equality.
Just take her down. You know it's the right thing to do. You have to stop this.
Now what are you going to do?
Come on.
Looks like you're not giving me a choice.
Rather than risk your lives, I will fight the
No,
Avatar
Korra's gonna lose.
one-on-one. But after I beat you, I want you out of my business for good.
Fine. You want to fight the Avatar? Then let's finish this.
No.
Right here, right now.
Listen, I don't have doubts in her, y'all, but she's been out of the game. She's gonna frickin' lose. She's not fully ready.
Are you really ready to fight her?
Yeah.
Just stay back and let me handle this.
Just go into the Avatar state and get it over with.
No, I'm only going to use that as a last resort.
No.
I know you're a little rusty.
Enough talk.
No, fighting with pent-up rage is maybe not the, frick. Best way to go about things.
Don't let her get you frustrated. She wants you to make a mistake.
No, don't fight with rage, Korra, no! Frick. Bring back season 2, Korra, who would just go into the Avatar state willy-nilly. I give you permission, now's the time.
Walk me through what you're doing.
The point was to find a clean, unlimited source of energy, not develop some spirity death ray.
It is our responsibility as scientists to pursue it as far as we can.
You couldn't discover a wolf bat if it was building a nest in your butt. The last time we ran the current through the vine, we couldn't control the power. But I knew to see if I can direct it.
Oh, okay, Varrick. I like this Varrick is a good guy thing. He's just getting another beating. Hey. Korra, you are smarter than this.
Show me what you've got.
We have to help her. No, I can handle this.
You're not handling it.
So I see how the current interacts with the vine.
Ugh, I can't believe you're helping them. You know this isn't right.
Trust me, kid, I know what I'm doing.
Yes! Come on, Varrick. Do what I think you're doing.
There we go.
What's that ticking?
That's the timer. For the bomb, of course.
What? What bomb?
You know what? I'd get out of here if I were you. This is the first time I built a timer, and it might run a little fast.
You're bluffing.
Stick around 5 minutes, and you'll find out who's bluffing.
Enough! What makes you think we'd let you blow yourself up? You don't get to quit. Grab him.
You try to pull me away from this thing, and I'll hit this remote and blow it immediately. I'm covering all my bases. The point is, you're leaving, we're staying.
Varrick! Used to not be my fave character, y'all, but he stepped up.
You have to go into the Avatar state. Do it!
What was her resistance to using the Avatar state, though? Because she got pummeled the last time she was in it? Oh, hair tie fell out. That's a sign. Oh. What the frick? No, 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 no. No, no, no.
What's wrong with her?
Why is she still seeing that ghost, y'all? Frick. I mean, I knew that was gonna happen. Ow! What are those for? Go, girls!
You broke our agreement. Attack!
She is such a freaking manipulative. I hate her. Get them!
Stunning work, Iki. Raw emotional power.
They're all out there having a battle. They're having art lessons.
Ah, pedestrian. I already know what you look like on the outside.
Milo is skilled.
You have to get Korra and the rest of us out of here now! Hurry! Let's get it on!
You're insane.
You knew that when you hired me. Pull in, do the thing.
I cannot believe Varrick is actually being the good guy from Let's Go. He did what I thought Julie was gonna do.
That was great! Now, how do we turn this thing off?
Oh, we can't turn it off. We had a pretty good run, right?
What are you talking about, a good run? I'm still running!
I'll see you on the other side, Julie.
I hate you.
Ouch.
I can't believe he actually blew himself up.
Yes, you did it, Bolin! You did the thing! Mwah!
Here comes the hurricane! We've got her! Go!
We'll be fine! Just go!
I'll be back for you! I love you!
That made me emo. They will be fine. They have to be.
Zaofu is ours!
She looks like Azula, y'all. When Azula was all deranged and her hair came undone. They're not gonna execute them.
Citizens of Zaofu to kneel before the Great Uniter. Now bow!
Bow to her! Do it! She is your rightful leader!
I'm so disappointed in you, Junior.
Hit him with the
Take them
disappointment.
away! All hail the Great Uniter!
Are you sure there's no way they survived?
I think I can replicate his work with the spirit vines and get us back on track.
How would you like to help Batar build the most powerful weapon the world has ever seen?
It would be my honor, Great Uniter.
Begin dismantling the domes.
It's alright. It would have been too early for Korra to school her. There always has to be the inevitable initial showdown with the bad guy. Korra gets pummeled yet again, but that does beg the question, yeah, she purged all the metal. I mean, I knew that she wasn't fully ready to snap back into that. She was not in the mindset. Even after being reminded, don't fight with rage. She's waiting for you to make a mistake and mess up. Like, get your head together. You know, she was bloodthirsty in a way because she's, you know, taking all of her anger out. You know, she's realizing the weight of all of her past former foes and adversaries, and I feel like she's still fighting against them in a way. You know, she's moved on to the anger phase now of her kind of recovery process. Yeah, the rage of it all of look what they took from me, and is taking that out on Kuvira, but it's not what she should be fighting with. That is not the place to be coming from. But that still does beg the question, yeah, she was rocking it in the Avatar state. She was doing okay. I still don't understand why she held off on it for so long. Like, she knows that she's rusty. Like, how long ago was she out there in the ring getting pummeled by some nobody, you know, when she was just out there cage fighting? Like, I don't understand her approach to all that. It just felt very, like, out of character. Like, she doesn't usually, I don't know, it's very confusing. It felt out of character. She just had this big learning lesson with Toph and, you know, finally found, you know, all the motivation for her struggles here, and that she has to get reconnected and reunited with her friends and whatnot, you know, the things that make her and release her past enemies. And that's not what she was doing. She straight up was like, I have this pent up anger, but that's not the way to release it on another enemy per se. Like, it just felt very, I don't know, I thought she would have been smarter and handled that better coming off of this, you know, big reckoning and epiphany with Toph and whatnot. But yes, she's been out of the game, so even if she was in the right headspace, I still think she probably would have gotten dunked on had she not gone into the Avatar state. So then even though she did, she's still seeing this Avatar state demon version of herself. I guess it's still just unresolved. She purged the metal, yes, but there's still some mental demons, I guess, that she has to battle. She's got a rendezvous with Tenzin. I feel like she needs to just like recenter, and here she was feeling like she had to do this all on her own, and that's exactly how Kuvira got her. She pinpointed her, she put her in a pigeonhole and was like, I'll fight you one-on-one. Kuvira's just a freaking master manipulator. Like, there she was gonna freaking kill Korra. I think, what else was she doing with that pointy freaking metal? She is just maniacal. Now her fiance, on the other hand, I feel like he's a little bit weaker. He's clearly doing this because he's got personal vendettas. You know, he's trying to live up to this, I guess, unattainable pedestal that's been established by his family name and whatnot that he's grown to resent in his own way. But I feel like he's more so likely to break, I think, you know, seeing just the absolute sheer anger as he's fuming while his father and brother don't bend the knee. So I feel like he's a little bit weaker minded than Kuvira. Sorry. His motivations are different from hers, but I'm sure he was a victim of her manipulation as well. So I hope that they can snap him out of it, because I feel like there's actually some good potential for him to be a little bit redeemed, and his reasons for doing this are different. I don't think he's as evil to the core. It's gonna take everybody here, not just Korra, but that was unfortunate. You know, the timing, she literally just came back and Sue, you know, put her in this situation of, oh my gosh, you can stop Kuvira. All you have to do is just go into the Avatar state, and perhaps, you know, that's Korra's resistance. She doesn't want to just have to rely on her untapped, her power over everybody, because then it turns her, like, doesn't turn her into a tyrant per se. Maybe that's why she's resisting. I don't know, but I don't understand what her hesitation was to tap into the Avatar state, knowing that she had just unlocked it. You know, maybe that's why she was feeling rusty and, you know, had trepidations about going back into it again, because she got pummeled the last time she was in the Avatar state. She got absolutely rock'em sock'em roboted. So, you know, I'm trying to find ways. I just can't really, I'm struggling to understand her headspace there, but I feel like that has to be a lesson that comes of this, which is that Korra does not have to do all of this on her own, and unfortunately that's just the situation that she was in here, you know, showing up as the hero to save the day, being thrown into the thick of it after just getting briefed on everything that's been transpiring for the past 3 years, you know, like, just not good timing, circumstances, and everybody desperate, you know, counting on her to come back and put Kuvira in her place. But that was everyone else's freaking job while Korra was away. I'm not gonna let them get away with pinpointing any of this on Korra's absence. The rest of the world freaking failed her and then begged her to freaking solve the problem as soon as she showed face again. So I knew she was probably not gonna win that fight. It's okay, she has to lose another one in order to bounce back. It's only gonna help, hopefully, but she can't take this down alone. She's facing an entire freaking army, so everyone's gonna snap the frick in. Like Varrick, for example. Oh my god, I never really comment on his character because he's always annoyed me, if I'm being really honest, in the show, and his, you know, intentions and motivations. He's always been self-serving, and they always kind of just bring him back into the fold anyway, and then he just betrays everybody and goes rogue. But I'm shocked to see that he did what I was predicting Julie was gonna do, plant a bug or something in the Death Star. And now that we know that this is equivalent to, I don't know if it's equivalent to the Death Star, but it's spirit vines, I think they're gonna go try to release this on the rest of the nations. What other purpose would they have, especially if they're spirit vines that only earthbenders can manipulate or whatnot? I don't know. They're trying to, I feel like, create some sort of similar enhanced power that only earthbenders can wield, similar to, you know, the comet for the Fire Nation, and how it just totally takes them to like max capability, full potential with their firebending and whatnot. So I think they're trying to harness that with these vines, or just maybe release like spirit chaos on other nations or any of their enemies or whatever who try to get in their way and stop them and interfere. I don't know. I'm sure she's gonna get cracking on the rest of her world domination. I will catch you guys in the next few rounds of episodes, but until then, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you guys are doing so well as always, and I will see you guys again very, very soon. Bye guys.